All right, boys. And ladies, if you're here. Um, so today I'm gonna kind of go over my story, how I kind of got into trading. So it all starts, I'd say August of 2024, September 2024. Um, I guess that's when it kind of started to pop off like online, I guess on Instagram. Um, Started to see a lot of people posting about it. More about the options though. I didn't really see, the futures trading. Um, so what I did is I started to see a bunch of stuff on Instagram, a lot of TJR stuff, but as I said, a lot of options. So started looking at options, and if we go to my screen, I can fucking share this shit. Yeah, this one. Um, Hopefully you guys can see this. Let's go to this should be this. um, October, January, February, November, March. Okay. Um, let's go to October. Okay. So, started with about 300 bucks and I was just in Palantir. You guys see this shit? Okay. This is in Palantir. I had Tesla that I was like what Robin gave me. And this is where I started my, was it here? No, I didn't even start doing options yet until November, I believe. And so you see this fucking massive spike went from 800 bucks to around 2 grand in the account. And as you can see, I started here. So my first ever contract or whatever was a Shopify call. So this one it was at like I don't even know. It's probably like 80 something. I know earnings were coming out. This is when I started really research it. So I bought literally one contract for 400 bucks. Basically, like everything that was in my account, like 500 bucks. I put 475 bucks in this thing. And fucking earnings came out and uh did I ever fucking sell it? Here. I sold it for $2,000. So I bought it for 75 contract. I sold it for $21 per contract. So I made insane returns on that. Okay. So when that happened, I started looking at Disney. Disney earnings are coming out. I'm like, all right, let's take a look at these. So I bought call at 104, call at 115, another call at 104, another 115, and then yeah. So I bought two calls at 104, two calls at 115. For 230, one for 132, and then sold for nine. I sold my 104s for 909. And then I held a little longer until this other one. Maybe I only made yeah, okay. So the big one was this Shopify call. I mean, absolute fucking kill on it. But I remember the Disney calls, I was up like crazy. I was up like 1,500 and I closed like way too late when I started to come back down. So then you can see, started to look at Walmart, call 88. Like, dude, I was cashing. So I took out, or I put it, or no, yeah, I took out 1,000 bucks. There's my profit, right? This is where it kind of, goes down. So I really didn't know like how to trade options. I was really just news trading. I was really just trading off of earnings. So it was like it was really just fucking gambling. So I had no idea what I was doing, but something I wanted to learn, you know what I'm saying? So that's kind of how we did it. But yeah, so we went to NVIDIA. This one fucked me. So I bought four. 149 calls because earnings were coming out, and I was it's just about to fucking boom. Didn't boom, it kind of stayed like where it was. Um, and if you see somewhere, I don't even ever think I fucking sold it. So basically, what I didn't understand is that if you were in the negative, like if you weren't in profit, that you could that you could execute the contract. So I lost all this money, gone, 2,080 bucks gone. And I'm fucking just devastated. I'm like, dude, what the fuck, the fuck am I doing? And now I start to kind of look into like the S&P SPY, like SP ETF basically. Um, and I'm just kind of buying little ones, buying one puts, whatever. I bought this fucking Bitcoin ETF, retarded. That was probably one of the worst things I ever bought. Then back to Walmart. Walmart, Dell, like Robinhood was a great one for me to buy. Um, bought these calls. I bought some Palantir calls. I already had like stock and kind of saw that shit just skyrocketing. So I was like, might as well buy some calls. But you can see November, good month until fucking, that bullshit happened. So now we go to December. We're at 2000. We go to 1870. So we're still in these stupid fucking Bitcoin things. And now I'm looking at the Nasdaq QQQ's ETF. And I'm finding all these fucking like lists, which I'll show you guys in a second. I'm taking out like little amounts, $100, $100, whatever. Um, yeah, I'm making like decent calls, 779, got fucking destroyed. Yeah, and then fucking what is this? Dow Jones ETF, bro. Like, and then I'm in all these like bunch of tech stuff, bunch of AI. Um, so yeah, we debited 35, credited. So we actually made 500 bucks technically on the month. And that's December, January, we kind of stayed pretty even. Um, Look at all these fucking things, bro. This is nuts. Big Bear, dude, this shit. I bought this like way, way long ago, and I saw like 3, 4 months later. Um, Not the stock, but I bought like one of the options, and it went to shit. And then one day it fucking just boomed, and I sold it. Soundhound got fucking raped on that one. Bought Tesla late. Um, I was big on these whatever the fuck IonQ. That shit printed me some money. Like 90, that's like 3x. Spot. But basically, you guys get the point. Okay. Um, this is where it starts going down in February. This fucking doing arm calls, arm holdings, Marvell. Like this first trade was nuts. Bought five, sold three at 779. So I profited like 1,000 bucks from that. So I was up, and then we just started getting fucking cooked. Um, we did have some good trades, 200 bucks, whatever. But all in all, as you can see, it just keeps fucking going. Holy, did I even know this? But yeah, so we lost a little bit, but that's fucking crazy. I did not know I was moving that much. Um, and then yeah, so what is March? So March comes around, and I'm not really making money from options. Like I'm kind of like making like 200, 300 bucks a month because I'm making a bunch and I'm just fucking losing all. So as you can see, this month is like way slower. Not really making any crazy, plays. So I started to look at day trading, and I'll show you guys this list real quick that I was talking about. Um, but like, look at all this shit, dude. Fucking quantum explosions, bro. Like these at one point were just printing. MU, crazy stock, watch this, blah blah. Like I banking, like dude, this shit goes on forever. Like just so many fucking things I would look at every day. Like I had a whole thing for options, bro. Like these were crazy. Um, this was Jim Cramer. Anytime he said some bullshit, I put it on there. Works basically every time. Yeah, so I started getting into day trading around March. And if we can, or actually a little more before that, because if we go here, I don't know if you guys can see the screen. Fucking Zoom, bro. Come on. Uh, let's see if you guys can see this shit. Okay. So I have these little pictures here. Um, can you guys see this? Let's see here. Okay. That's not it. This is my, nope. This is my first ever eval purchase. Fucking Apex. And we'll get into Apex in a little bit because oh boy. But yeah, so bought it for 33 bucks. There's like some discount as they always have one. Look, $133 discount. Bought this February 13th. Okay. And this is the first time I pass an eval. And if you look at the date, March 27th. So it took me a month and what did I say, 12? Like a month and a half to pass just one fucking eval. Because I didn't really have a strategy. Like I was watching TJR, I was in the middle of like all his videos, but I wanted to try it out. I wanted to try live markets, just kind of get like an idea of what this shit's about, see if I really want to do it. Um, so yeah, that happened and I passed, whatever in a month. And my strategy that I didn't really have a strategy at the beginning. I was just looking at fair value gaps, like, oh, it's bouncing out, like, let's fucking buy this shit. And no risk management. I was doing like two minis, like on a 50K account, which is nuts. But I was printing. Dude, I was up like on the account or like multiple accounts. Like I took it from like 50 to like 72, 78,000. And there were some nights like I would forget to, or some days I forget to like take my whatever buy limit or sell limit out, like because it was my when I went to break even. And I'd hit the trade, like make money for the day, and I'd leave it on accident. I had no idea. I wake up in the morning, say my account balance is at, I made like 2,000, whatever, right? Wake up in the morning, it's at like 58,000. And I'm like, what the fuck? And little did I know, hit my sell limit, and just fucking print it overnight. And I wake up and I'm like, holy fuck. And that's good and all until you have these consistency rules where it's 40% and I have to now make like whatever amount, to get back, to get a payout. So like that was one of the issues why I didn't get a payout for a little bit. Because like I was making money every single day. Like, dude, I had weeks on weeks of just like profits, bro. But I couldn't take a payout because of consistency. Like I was up thousands of dollars and I could not take a payout. So I have this little folder here, if you guys can see it, hopefully. But so these are my first payout I ever got was, God, that's fucking small. April, I think. Yeah, so I passed the first one when I say March 27th. I got a payout within 2, 3 weeks, I guess. April 15th got one or two, I think. Two. Yeah. And then after that, had more consistency issues. Like I was still printing. And I got two more from May 14th, May 15th. Okay. Or what the fuck? This one. May 5th and May 14th. Okay, whatever. And then we get this fucking email. Uh, this was when I requested whatever, and it said I had a drawdown violation, whatever, because it has that stupid fucking whatever. Like, I don't even know. But I made money. I was supposed to have another payout. I was supposed to have five payouts for them. Didn't get it. So after that happened, I was like, you know what? Fuck this shit. I'm gonna go look for, a different firm. So what do we do? What was the best firm at the time? Let's say April, May, Top Step, right? Shit wasn't crashing, like great platform. And boom, what do we do? Nine, seven. Okay, so I got this in the seven, was that June? Yeah, so basically what happened is I went to Italy this summer or last summer, I guess. So I really wasn't like focused on trading for that. Like I left in like May, middle May, like kind of beginning. Came back basically in July or what was this? Oh seven. Yeah, I came back in July. Um and my like I tried to trade over there and just so fuck because usually I'd be waking up at 8:30, going to lift, whatever, and then I go trade. But now I'm waking up, I'm going to class, I'm hungover, like I'm going out every night as you should. Um, and market opens there at was it 2:30? So like I'm usually not even there half the time. I'm trying to force fucking trades. Like I'm not trading the strategy that I learned. At the time I was trading TJR strategy, which worked for a little bit, but I switched it eventually. But as you can see, I didn't get a payout that whole time while I was in Italy. So like I was spending money and spending money on evals, and I was getting fuck. Took my account from fucking decent amount of money to almost nothing. So like my mental was fucking cooked, right? And then you see September comes around, right? So I get back in July, don't get a payout until fucking, or no, I get one payout, right? On July 16th. Okay. But after that, don't get a payout for basically 2 months. I get one on in September. And like, all right, I'm back. It was a decent amount, like mental's back, okay. And I get another one that next week I added more accounts, okay. And then, the ego comes back and fucking blow all them again. And then I get more accounts, boom, get two more payouts. What is that, November? No, October, whatever, October 7th, October 10th, get two more payouts. I'm like, all right, like we got the shit, we locked it in. Like I perfected my strategy. Then we get two more payouts the next week. And I'm like, dude, like this is the best month this is the best month I've ever had, right? The Eagles at all time high. I'm like, dude, like I'm never fucking losing, right? And that's where you get fucked because I, you know, had to learn how to lose, right? And take a trade. I thought it was a great setup, wasn't get fucking like destroyed, right? And then what do? Revenge trade, cooked. Okay. So made a lot of money, whatever. A lot of people don't like make money their first year, let alone a few months in. So for that, I'm very grateful. A lot of people don't see money 3, 4, 5 years. So and then most recently, um, I switched out of Top Step and November, was very rough. December we came back very strong. Figured out my strategy, figured out my risk management, started trading basically like Dodgy's model. Because I think that is the best model. Shout out Dodgy, by the way, the fucking man. But that model just makes sense to me. You know what I'm saying? You're invalidating, bullish or bearish price action. You're looking at equal lows, whatever, equal highs, LR, like, it just like taps my mind. So most recently got these payouts in December, but took them at the beginning of this month, so that it would contribute to my tax or like this tax year, so I wouldn't have to pay it till next year. So that's a little bit about, like payouts, whatever. Um, but as far as like how I started, I guess, to get into everything and like whatever, I watched all of TJR's videos, all 60. Every time he put out a video, every time he was live trading, I was on it. I was FX replaying, like I was paper trading, doing fucking everything. Like it's crazy. Um, but the biggest challenge and why most people fail is like you see those charts like you beginner's luck, whatever, and then it just goes down, 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 and you get fucking destroyed. And you slowly come back up, and then you're like, all right, I got this, and you get hit down again, and then you make it, right? It's like I'm at the point where like, you know, I know where I want to go with this. Like I know I can do it. It's really just a matter of me clicking the buy and sell button at the right time. Um, but a lot of people, I don't tell anyone what I do, right? But a lot of people ask me, how do I get into it, blah, blah, blah. I send them very simple things. I send them TJR's fucking YouTube. I send them Dodgy YouTube. I send them PJ Trades YouTube and PB. You know what I'm saying? Like those people is literally all you need. You follow, their strategy. You make up your own rules, your own risk management. And, there's no reason you can't be profitable. But the problem is like it's market time, like it's live trading time. Like FX replay, it's great and all, but there's nothing that's gonna, replicate the live market and just like your emotions. So you got to be able to control your emotions. Like I journal every day, in that book. But yeah, so this is the first kind of video that I'm releasing. There's gonna be a lot more. I'm gonna, end up doing some live trades, some trade recaps, some, mental things that kind of help me get to where I am now. Um, And yeah, I'll be releasing, a lot of like mentorship videos, I guess. And basically kind of how I look at it is like, this is my philosophy, right? So I was able to learn all of this for free, right? Yeah, obviously I spent money on the accounts, whatever. That's how you gotta learn. But I'm talking about like didn't pay for a mentorship, didn't pay for like whatever indicators, and didn't pay for any of those things. Like I learned it on my own through trial and error, right? So my plan is to release videos, kind of how TJR did, back in 2019, 2020, whatever it was. Um, and just like different, confluence, different, like how the market moves, like order blocks, whatever, rejection blocks, inverse value gaps, like basically going over everything. And then I'll kind of get into, what I trade, but I want to give people, a basis of, how the market works, before I kind of get into the niche. Um, but yeah, that's pretty much it. And I'll see you guys in the next one.